Say what's up.
Like that.
What's up?
Like that.
So real quick, well, probably not real quick, but I was my hair is crazy. But anyway, I was watching this video of Jim Rohn, Rohn, I believe. And again, going back to my first video, my target audience again is going to be like kind of like the youth between like 12, 13, 14 plus up, going up. And then, I can kind of resonate obviously with with my audience too. I mean, as far as my age group. But anyway, I was watching Jim Rohn. Again, shout out to Swag C. Is the reason why I was watched. I've always knew who he was, but that specific one I've never watched it. But anyway, I'll share the link. He's running away. But I'll share the link in the description of the video I'm talking about. But anyway, it just really, it's a 2-hour video. It just really made me realize that the position that obviously we're in is because of ourselves. And no matter how much we point the finger as far as like blame it on the government or blame it on taxes or blaming it on our bosses or blaming it on he or she or their circumstances, and a lot of the times it's where we're at because of us individually or me specifically. But anyway, the video talks about how, again, we're responsible for where we're at and change. Obviously, we all desire more for ourselves and for our family, whether it's financially or health or vacations and blah, 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 blah. But with all that really comes with money. And people do crazy things for money, bro. Like people steal for money, obviously. People kill for money. People work jobs for money. I mean, I'm a victim to that. Like, I work a job for money. Now, obviously, my goal isn't to be at a job forever. Excuse my kids here. But my job isn't to my goal isn't to be at a job forever. It just so happens to be that's what I was born into, and that's just kind of what a lot of us are stuck in or fall victim to. What?
Can we go outside? It's the boys.
Yeah, you go play outside.
Yay.
But the point is, going back to the video, is being where we're at and then doing something about it, essentially. What?
Yay.
Yeah, you go outside.
Yay.
Okay. So essentially, just about. I lost train of thought. Being where we're at, our circumstances, and then doing something about it, and then just changing who we are, and not chasing the money, and just allowing the money to come to us. It will flow to us individually if we just work on ourselves, essentially. And what I mean by that is working on ourselves. Yeah, get your shoes and socks. Working on ourselves individually, like eating better foods or just starting positive habits. Yeah. So like eating better food, starting better habits, whether it's cutting TV time down, or cutting screen time, TikTok, or unnecessary habits that we have. Like myself, I watch basketball and I watch football, right? And I made a promise to myself that I wouldn't do that anymore. And then here I am at 24, I still watch sports, right? And it's hard because I'm competitive. I grew up a sports fan. I grew up in a sports household, so it's very hard to do it. But when help him find a shoe, please. But when I'm in the position that I'm in, or we're in the position that we're in, as far as we want more in life, whether it's, again, money or family or vacations or whatever it is, right? It all goes back to money. But anyway,
Where's my other shoe?
what are we going to do for it? You know what I mean? And hold on, I lost train of thought. Make it make sense. Forgot where I was going with it. I got a lot going on. But anyway, forgot where I was going with it. But again, I'll come back to me. But again, I'll put the description of the. I'll put the video in the description below. Again, I'm going to go places. Again, going back to that video, it just really put it in perspective. Come on, let's not make him cry. Put his stuff on. It just really put it in perspective, and I needed to hear it where I currently am at. Again, It's January the 5th. I'm like almost 3 weeks in of being unemployed, and I'm where I'm at because of me, and I'm going places because of me. You know what I mean? And I'm not in a bad situation. You know what I mean? I got, you know, what, 12, 13, possibly 15-foot ceilings. You know what I mean? I live in a good part of town, and it's not because I'm bragging, but it's to put it in perspective of how far I've came. So as I go through my YouTube journey and channel, obviously I'll introduce more of my family members and my family, my wife, and all that stuff, and they'll be able to kind of confirm essentially my background. And I'm from Indiana, but I started rough, right? I mean, most parents kick their children out young, 18, 19 years old, or not necessarily kick them out, but kind of shoo them out the nest. And it's up to us, and we're still kids, right? I mean, I look at my younger brother, who's 18, and I'm like, man, like I was really out there, 18, 19 years old, trying to be an adult, pay bills, and live on my own. And anyway, going back to the, you know, the household, I'm not doing bad for myself, but I came literally back to India, back to where I'm at in the city of Indiana, with literally a basket of clothes, and I stayed at a hotel room with my brother, because at the time, me at the time, my girlfriend, my wife now, we were fighting, we were splitting up, and we had, well, I think one child at the time, and I just left, right? So, going back to me being fired, like, yeah, I got fired, but I don't dwell on it. I've actually been real positive about it. I'm more upset of the fact that I blew my trading account for like the sixth time in like 2 years, or 1 year actually. But it's reality, and it's because of me. And I'm not saying to be negative, it's because of me. Like, I've gotten where I've gotten in this household, in a good part of town. The school districts are amazing. I got 3 kids. I've been here for 5 years. It's the reason why I've stayed here. My rent is $2,000 a month, right? 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. And again, I'm not saying any of this to brag, but I'm saying it just to resonate and to relate to a lot of individuals that I know have similar or situations or stories, right? Because again, I came back to Indianapolis is where I'm located, essentially. Indianapolis is where I'm located, in the area. I won't say specifically where, but anyway, when I came to Indianapolis, I literally had a basket of clothes. I stayed in the hotel room, weekly until I can get an apartment. I was strategic. I, worked at local fast food joints, local grocery stores within the vicinity of the hotel, right? And essentially, it got me to where I am, right? I started at a fast food joint, I think it was a Red Roof at the time. It was called a Red Roof, and then I saved my money. I did some illegal things to get my apartment. Then when I got my apartment, I was still working, still doing illegal things. And then, I had my second child. Then my wife came back. We got back together, and it's been 10 years, her and I. You know what I mean? So she's been a part of this, and obviously you'll meet her soon enough. But it's crazy because when I look back, and I'm thinking, going back to the video, actually here she is now. So we're new to the camera stuff, but anyway, lost my train of thought again. Oh yeah, she's been part of the journey. It's been 10 years, and I'm getting emotional because it's been 10 years. But never give up. I look back in my life and I see my kids, right? It brings joy that they can come up and asked me to go outside with her cousin, and be able to, you know, go outside and play with their neighborhood friends, right? Just it's the small stuff that we take for granted. But going back to what I was saying is, now that I start my YouTube journey, it's going to help me. It's going to help me individually, because it's like journaling my own journey. I don't like to write. I don't like to read, even though we all need to, as far as like audiobooks and financial literacy and stuff like that. But so this is going to help me with my journey, as far as being able to like videotape my journey and relate to a lot of people, because I know that I do. But I'm gonna get off here and see if she needs help with the groceries. Are you done, babe?
Yeah. Okay. I hope those are happy tears.
They are happy tears. Tears of joy. But again, guys, I'm gonna share that Jim Rohn video in the description.